So you guys are ready to start designing your book cover. So the first step is to create your document. And you can do this in Adobe InDesign or Adobe Illustrator. It's up to your comfort level right now. I'm going to do it in Illustrator just because it's my favorite program, and so I have a little bit more flexibility with type and in an illustration in it, but it's totally up to you for this. So you can look at the specifications of the project brief, and it tells you that the book cover is 6 inches by 9 inches, so 6 inches wide by 9 inches high. But because we're going to design the whole cover as it's flat, meaning that you're going to design the front, back, and spine all together, I decided that I'm just going to make one artboard for each of them. So if you add 6 plus 1 plus 6 is 13, and you're going to do 3 different covers. So I put 3 artboards over here. And then also my tip is to hit more settings and to make it so that the artboard goes straight down. That way when you put the guides in, you only have to do it once. And for this case, you don't need to do a bleed just because of the way that we're finalizing things. So then you hit create document. So this is your document, so I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to turn on the rulers, Command R, and then I'm going to drag in a guide at 6 and then at 7. So that's the spine, front cover, spine, back cover. All right, so I'm going to Julia Child's you here and show you how I got started with a graphic so you can see all the required elements of the book cover here. And then I'm going to show you, once you get to this point, how you're going to get it into the Photoshop mockup file. So it's pretty straightforward. One tip is to try to actually separate the graphics from your front cover to your spine to your back cover. You can have them go over the guides and everything, but it just makes it you just have to be a little bit more careful when you put it into Photoshop to make sure everything's aligned up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Photoshop file of the mockup. So I'm going to go into Photoshop and I'm going to open up one of the mockup files. Okay, and you're going to get this window here that says, do you want to import or create a new library for smart objects? And I suggest you hit cancel because it takes a long time if you put new library, and it really isn't going to be needed for you guys. So then you have this graphic you'll see, and if you look under the layers over here, you'll see front cover book, and you just need to expand it. And if you remember from Software for Design, dealing with smart objects. And what this means is that you have this little symbol, if you see my mouse, next to the object, meaning that it's linked to another file. So somebody mocked this up and created a file within it. So all you have to do is hit that little icon there. So we're going to put the front cover in. Double click it and you'll see this is the flat version of this cover. So all we need to do is replace this flat version. So I'm going to go back into Illustrator, just toggle back. I'm going to just select my front cover and copy it. It's pretty simple. Go back into Photoshop and just go paste. And if you can keep it as a smart object here, or you can put it as pixels, depending on if it's really complex and it's taking forever for it to place it in the file, you can just do pixels. For that. It really, as long as your graphic is the full size it needs to be, doing pixels is no problem because it's the right resolution. Then if your graphic goes off on the edge or it's not scaled right because something is going off, then you need to scale it so it fits and then hit the little check button on the top. And then you'll see that up here, this is actually a PSB file, so it's an internal document, and you just need to go save. Okay, just save it, and then you can just close it, and you'll see it automatically updated on the mockup file. So it's pretty awesome. So you just have to repeat those steps for so Command C for the spine. Pretty simple. Closing that. So it's really, really straightforward. And there's tons of mockups out there that you can use for a variety of things that people made them for you. So once you get down to the back cover, you need to go into the back cover folder and double click that. So you can make a billboard look like it's actually in place. So this really is nice. You don't even have to make your own smart objects. you can just have them updated there. There is a back cover spine file that you can kind of see a sliver there. For this case, I'm just going to leave it because I don't really care that much if you can see that little sliver. But so you can just see now you have this really nice mock-up, and you repeat these steps for any other mock-up files as well, and then you have to repeat it again when you have the series one. So you have the series mock-up, and so you'll see hit cancel, and then this one you don't do the back cover, you just do the fronts. So you just expand, double click the cover, paste. This is the back cover accidentally, so that's okay, I just pasted that. So you see it automatically updates. So this is a really, really nice way to do it. So I'm just going to close these. I'm not going to save them, and that's how you get the mock-ups to work.